Hello, hockey, basketball, and soccer fans. My name is David. I thought I would start this video shortly before 1 on the afternoon of Saturday, 18th of May, 2024, Eastern Time. So I tried to make this, a short video, but decided it's going to be difficult to do, so make it a little bit longer. So yes, definitely in a previous short video, I recapped the game between the Canadian and Finnish adult men's teams of the relevant IHF tournament, well, the adult men's worlds, which I call it, to distinguish it from the junior men and the under 18 men, or junior being under 20. So yeah, uh, the the Canadian TV network TSN via the TSN hockey Twitter page came up at 10:11 on Friday evening Eastern Time with a list of games that it was going to be covering, and one of them scheduled for TSN Plus between the relevant German and Polish teams. Even if that Germany-Poland game, which took place over at Ostrava Arena in Eastern Czechia, had not been TSN Plus, the Canada-Finland game was just too close to stop watching. Well, other than when the relevant Canadian team had gone down 2-0, looked to determine, okay, maybe it's a slow start, get their legs, the relevant Canadian team gets its act together, and which it did. But again, definitely some interesting moments, if you ask me. I'm Jordan Bennington of the St. Louis Blues, having played the entire game. 3 goals, relevant Canadian team would allow. Not great, but at least there's, there's a little bit of time to reset. Over 24 hours to reset, get ready to go, get ready to face a very tough Swiss team. So it's a good test for for the knockout stage. So yeah, not great performance. But I'm going to turn to the Germany-Poland game, which I didn't get to watch, but wouldn't have even. Yeah, so. It was all Germany for the first 3 goals, 2 in the first period, one by Alex L, the other by JJ Peterka. That's the second period. Second period. First period was scoreless, so there were 2 goals. I'm thinking, okay, 2-0, within reach, but then Yassin Eliz from Leonard Feduro and Mark Kalis at the 4:28 mark of the third, would eventually put the game out of reach, even with unanswered goals by Patrick Vida and Filip Komorski at the respective 13-13 and 15-19 marks. Yes. And yes. And if the game was not a reach for the Polish team, even 15-19 into the third, it would become out of reach, thanks to a goal by JJ Peterka, assisted by Lukasz Reichel. Yeah, 4-2 final score. So what does that mean? Look at the standings in Group B of the IHF Adult Men's World Tournament. So disregarding teams that Poland cannot win a tiebreaker with. The relevant French team was a huge letdown, a wasted effort. There had been some momentum, but then, 5-4, OT loss to the relevant Latvian side, and all right, we go to Poland. Yeah, 5-1 over a 12 loss. You can understand, but that France game just on Tuesday afternoon Eastern Time. Wow, what a letdown! 4-2, and the worst part of it was not even halfway through the third through the. By the first period it was 2-0 deficit, and then 4-0 deficit before the 8th minute of the second period had come and gone. 4-0. But again, the winning goal would come from Stefan Da Costa, from Florian Shakiashvili on a power play. Did it in. And that was just not. I mean, I look at the roster for the relevant French team. I don't think it's got loaded with NHL star power, if you ask me. Just to go to the rosters and just gonna. Go to the rosters. So to go to the relevant French team, head coach Philippe Boson, who played for the St. Louis Blues, and one of only a handful of players born in in metropolitan France or an overseas dependency of it, to have ever played in the NHL. And when it comes to that, they're playing for NHL teams or HL or ECHL affiliates. I think of, Justin Adamo of the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins, the HL affiliate of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Louis Boudon of the Iowa Heartlanders, of the ECHL, the ECHL affiliate of the Minnesota Wild, the AHL affiliate of the Minnesota Wild being the Iowa Wild. I don't know if Louis Boudon's under contract with the Minnesota Wild of the NHL, but I don't know. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare of the Seattle Kraken. Yeah, one who's definitely under contract to an NHL team. Just have to look at. All right, let's see if Louis Boudon is where did we go here? Let me just go. I'm gonna go. Just gonna search Louis Boudon. Let's see if he is. Alright, so I'm gonna do that there. I'm just gonna see. I'm gonna do the search. Anywhere on Cap Friendly, I don't really know. Nothing, so not apparently on a contract. I'm just gonna go to where we go here. Alright, we're good to go. Where do you go here? The Scranton Wilkes-Barre Penguins. Okay. Justin Adamo. Let's see if we have anything for Justin Adamo. Dear ADDAMO. Alright, we're gonna go. Let's see here. Go. Let's just go AHL Penguins. AHL Penguins. See if we can get there. AHL Penguins. Okay, let's go there. Justin Adamo. Nope, can't do that. Or YouTube Plus, and I don't know where he is. Doesn't appear to be any more with the there. So it doesn't appear to be there anymore. So yeah, well, definitely a wasted opportunity, but so that means, so what does that, so what does the standings show in Group B, which is where the Polish team is based? Okay, postseason, knockout stages without a question, well, out of reach for the Polish team. It's 7 points back of Slovak team, but most importantly, it's the focus has to be on avoiding relegation. And that's not completely within the hands of the relevant Polish team either. The relevant Kazakh team, before it gets to play its Polish counterpart, has one more game left. And that's on Sunday Eastern Time. So that's going to be very important. Again, I don't, I doubt there won't. Well, I believe there'll be plenty of fans of the relevant Polish team rooting for its American counterpart because that Kazakhstan game could be huge, provided the relevant Kazakh team loses its game to its American counterpart in any way. The relevant Polish team will have an opportunity to close the gap with a win in regulation. It's important to keep in mind that an overtime or shootout win by the relevant Polish team will give the relevant Polish team 3 points, but the relevant Kazakh team 4, provided the relevant Kazakh team loses its game to its American counterpart in regulation. But if it's an overtime or shootout loss, then yeah, the Polish team will have 3, and the Kazakh team will have 5 in that case. So it's going to be very interesting to find out what happens. There's no doubt that maybe I'll watch that game, that U.S. Kazakhstan game, just to determine if Kazakhstan can avoid relegation. Which you'll get to do by winning that game against the American counterpart, win that game, and Poland will go down. That game, the U.S. Kazakhstan game, at 10:20 on Sunday morning Eastern Time. We expect it to puck drop. So then the Kazakhstan-Poland game, if the relevant Kazakh team loses its upcoming game to its American counterpart, will prove huge. Because a regulation win will keep the relevant Polish team up, but send the relevant Kazakh team down to Division 1 for the 2025 tournament. Any other outcome, and the relevant Polish team will go back down and may not get back up for quite a while. After all, it's been a long journey. So let's see here, Bobby, where we go here. Let's just, there. All right, so the adult men's ice hockey team. So let's just not forget that it's been definitely, it's definitely been a while since, various players from born in Poland played in the National Hockey League or even under contract. And now there seems to be none there who are under contract. Okay, so the Olympic Games, it's been not just the Albertville Olympics of 1992 have been qualified, but the World Championship, when it comes to from the 1990s onward, 1989 was an 8th, and was sent down to Pool B, which was level below the top division. And 12th, 12th, in 1991, it was promoted to the top division. 1992, back down it went. And then it was, and then in 2001, the IHF changed. Effective 2001, the IHF changed things up. So we have Division 1 and then Division 2 and so on and so forth. So in 2001, our Polish team finished first in Group A of Division 1, earned a promotion up to 2000, up to the top division before being sent back down. Where it had remained, and then it would remain in Division 1, alternating between going up and down between Groups A and B, right through to 2023 relevant IHF series tournaments. Keep in mind, 2020-21, all levels of IHF adult men's play outside the top division were canceled because of the COVID pandemic. And then, so 2024, things don't look too good, and time's running out. It's important to keep in mind that, it's important to keep in mind that if there's a tie on points and it's just two ways, the relevant, there's a tie on point and it's a two-way one, the team that wins the game between the two comes out on top. But again, that'll depend. But again, if the relevant American team beats its called-out counterpart on Sunday Eastern Time, and that wins in regulation, Team Kazakhstan will end up with 3 points, and that means Polish team with a win in regulation will bump Kazakhstan down to Division 1. So that will be very interesting to find out what happens, but there's no doubt in the world that the relevant Kazakh team has a very important game coming up, and the relevant Polish team doesn't completely control its own destiny. If it did, we wouldn't be talking about potentially going back down, but it is what it is. And that's all. It'll be kind of sad if the relevant Polish team goes down, at least for fans of that team, but it played itself into a corner and time's almost up. But maybe the relevant Polish team will just get to stay up. So this is getting off this video, so I do encourage anyone who likes the video, you click that like button, and that will hopefully spread the video to others interested in international ice hockey competitions and all that. I also do welcome anyone who wants to subscribe to my channel. Please do so. Subscribing is totally free. Indeed, I do YouTube videos for a hobby, and I intend to continue to do so for as long as I live, or at least healthy enough to produce these videos. Pretty much if I'm, other than if I'm in hospital or so, hopefully that doesn't happen to me, but we aren't immortal, so one day I probably will be dead. But until then, I'm going to make the most of the life I'm living. So before I go, one last thing is, anyone who clicks the notification bell will be notified by YouTube of videos that I put out. I try to put out videos, whether short or long ones, multiple times a week. On that note, I'm going to say, go Leafs go Raptors go Toronto FC go, and in respect to other Canadian national sports teams which I cheer, go Canada go. And by the way, this Saturday evening Eastern Time will feature Game 6 of this month's Oilers Canucks playoff series with the Canucks up 3-2 in that series. Plan to address that series later on. But I plan to root for the relevant Canadian team to go all the way to the Stanley Cup. Well, whichever team wins that series to do so. Canucks have the upper hand, but again, the game's in Edmonton, and I'm sure that Rogers Place crowd is going to be rocking and rolling. At least trying to cheer on the Oilers to a win. To be determined will be whether having the home crowd behind them will help the Oilers or help the Canucks by putting pressure on the Oilers that too many members of the Oilers roster will find too heavy to bear, and the Oilers get caved in, and well, figuratively speaking, leak oil. But more later. So, I'll say goodbye. Hope everyone has a good weekend. Definitely looking forward to having an exciting weekend of hockey watching. Even with Peter O'Toole Toronto's team out of Peter O'Toole Toronto's team season done. We have 3 games, 2 loss to its Minnesota counterpart in that Walter Cup semifinal.